When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yum yum, and then I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest.
Lilly Phillips' story has taken the internet by storm. The OnlyFans creator, known for pushing boundaries, participated in one of the most controversial stunts documented in recent years. She slept with 100 guys in one day.
Jesus Christ.
A shocking choice captured in raw and thought-provoking documentary. Today, we're diving into what led to this decision, the emotional aftermath, and the larger conversation it sparks about mental health, fame, and societal pressure.
I was feeling so robotic. By I think the 30th, when we're getting on a bit, I've got a routine of how we're gonna do this, and it just, sometimes you'd disassociate and be it's not normal sex at all.
I'm just gonna let you know right now that this story might be a little offensive to some viewers, so if you are of that crowd, then it's probably best that you check out now. Additionally, some of these things will probably be censored. Don't blame me, blame YouTube. Anyway, if you're new here, what's going on? My name is Serge. I talk about dating, relationships, and self-improvement for men from the perspective of men. Ladies, you're more than welcome to stay, but guys, make sure you wipe your feet off at the door and hit me with a like, share, and subscribe. Do me a favor so the algorithm gods can show their favor on me. Anyway, let's get into it and let's get into the video. As an OnlyFans creator, Lilly built her career around bold and provocative content, but this particular stunt was unlike anything she or the adult industry has done before. We all know what this actually is, but I guess it's different because it's a documentary, right? Her participation in this event wasn't just about making headlines. According to the documentary, Lilly saw it as an opportunity to challenge perceptions about sexuality and push the boundaries of personal agency.
Hidden in plain sight. It's not exactly where you'd expect someone to be having sex with 100 guys.
Again, I'm not exactly sure how this emphasizes or emboldens someone to find or develop their personal agency, but hey, to each their own. The documentary doesn't just showcase the logistics of what Lilly did. It digs deeper into why she did it. The filmmakers aim to explore themes of agency, fame, and the unspoken toll of the content economy. But as the scenes unfold, we see a more vulnerable side of Lilly. Someone grappling with the emotional and mental consequences of such a high-stakes decision.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, how you doing? Fair enough.
Everyone get naked now.
The atmosphere inside was nervous and very strange. No one, including Lilly's team of assistants, seemed to have much of a plan in place for the day.
I find that a lot of these situations, these are women who aren't necessarily lost per se, but they're kind of looking for something that's going to give their life that spark. And a lot of times, for whatever reason, sex is the common denominator for people trying to find themselves or personal agency or whatever the case may be. And obviously, we all know what the content economy does to people. You go viral once, you make some money, you get addicted to it. This literally becomes an addiction, and it just leads you into further and more depraved acts, such as getting a 100-man train ran on you. That's so crazy. That is so fucking crazy. In addition to that, I don't even think she actually made sure the guys were clean. I think she just picked randos off the street. So from what I've been reading and the research I've been doing, she might actually have caught STDs from these interactions. And now the next thing is, all the guys that might have been clean, but because they decided to run up in this raw, now they're more than likely going to have an STD as well. This is just all bad all around. The logistics of this event were shocking. The documentary crew followed Lilly throughout the day, capturing physical strain and the psychological toll.
Lilly offered to show me the aftermath of their stunt.
Oh, it stinks.
What does it smell like?
Brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh, holy shit.
Lilly then walked us through the process that she had repeated 100 times that day.
I'll get you on the bed, make yourself comfortable, take off your trousers, and we're gonna have a fun time. I'll start usually with a and then I'd say is there anything you like, don't like?
Yeah.
And then we kind of got straight into it.
Did you do the condom on or?
No, I didn't. Condom off.
The scenes are uncomfortable but necessary to convey the weight of her decision. But it wasn't just about the event itself. The filmmakers captured something far more poignant. Lilly's moments of doubt, exhaustion, and even regret.
And be it's not normal sex at all. In my head right now, I can think of 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? If I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, Exactly, yeah. I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
The regret was definitely there. This is where the documentary takes a turn. We see Lilly grappling with the aftermath. In one particular vulnerable scene, she reflects on how the experience left her questioning her own boundaries and mental health.
It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Hearing her talk about what she ate, you know, the Nutella sandwiches that she ate that day, and her eyes stinging and burning because of all the soldiers swimming in her eyeballs and other orifices, is quite disturbing to me. And, you know, I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not a religious person by any means per se. Listen, you Christians that are following me, please do not get upset about that. And no, I'm not fucking Illuminati. I'm tired of you people asking me this shit in my comments. Realistically, this is quite sad. I mean, in a situation like this, it would almost make sense for me to say, you know what, you probably do need some sort of religion to keep you in check. Does that sound crass? Maybe. I don't know. But what is the answer here? For someone who decides that they want to go ahead and do this, and more importantly, they don't have anyone in their corner to tell them not to, and the very people that are telling her not to do this, she sees them as enemies. What do you do then? These moments highlight an important truth. Extreme choices often come with extreme consequences. And you know what's crazy to me as a side note? The amount of people that are blaming the men and actually accusing them of grape. What? So, okay, let me get this straight. You mean to tell me an online adult content creator decided she wanted to have a rendezvous or entourage with 100 men in one day? She went through the entire gambit of getting papers, at least I hope, according to the alleged chances that she might have an STD. To assume that these men should be held liable for giving her this emotional toll or this emotional stress makes no sense whatsoever. Like, I understand that you want to do what you want to do, and that's cool. But to not be accountable, and guys talk about this on the internet all the time, not being accountable for your actions has some damning consequences. And it's just strange to me how someone could literally be an adult content creator and yet people still find a way to blame the men for what the adult content creator willingly wanted to do. Make it make sense.
I guess I'm here for the thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a bit early.
I'm Josh, by the way.
Oh,
Hey, nice to meet you.
I never really think about things before I do them, so I just kind of do them and then think, oh, you know, was that okay?
So you're obviously a subscriber of Lily's on OnlyFans.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it was only what you said.
So you got a text, but they sent the address quite late, didn't they?
Yeah, just this morning. Funny, like on the text, it was like, you know, if you have any friends who'd like to take part, and I was like, oh my.
Lily's story is more than a personal journey. It's a reflection of the pressures by creators in the digital age. The race for attention often leads to dangerous and self-destructive choices. This isn't unique to Lilly, as crazy as that sounds.
Anymore. Just know that if you are a person who's ever been interested in doing this, there really are so many downsides. At this point, and I'm like willing to admit this now, there's no amount of money that you can give me right now to like make me feel like giving myself away in certain aspects, even if they're just a few photos or whatever online. It almost isn't worth it anymore. And while I did have such a strong start and it was so much fun in the beginning, after getting burnt out, I started to just feel really differently about like the types of messages that I was getting. Like seriously, if I had any type of ability to share like the things that people have said, just like how disgusting they are. And also when I I get curious and nosy sometimes. Like, I'll go look at their profile and they have like a whole girlfriend or a whole wife. And sometimes, even disgustingly enough, they have kids.
It's a systemic issue, especially in industries where shock value is currency. And we see this play out time and time again. I mean, how many IRL streamers out there are getting arrested in foreign countries because they're being dumb? Of course, that's very moot in comparison to this situation. But you know what I mean? Like, the digital age that we're in right now, it's all about attention. That's what it's all about. It's all about getting the eyeballs onto a screen and trying to hold them there for as long as possible. Much like right now. Listen, if you made it this far in the video already, just do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. But let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So this raises a critical question. At what point does the pursuit of fame become too costly? Now, we've seen this time and time again, where people start slow, they go viral, and the next thing you know, they're doing literally anything they can to stay in the spotlight. That's not conducive, not only to your mental health, but your long-term goals as well. And you know what's also crazy about this? Towards the end of the documentary, throughout all of this, she somehow still thinks she'll find some guy who will be willing to be with her. And you know what? She's kind of right.
Do you think your partner one day will be someone from the industry most likely, or?
There's so many guys out in the world. I think, one poor bastard's got to marry me. I rather think it's going to be someone from the industry or someone who is into lending me out.
Lending you out?
Yeah.
Listen, some guys out here just have no self-respect whatsoever. And that's not me passing judgment on her. Listen, my stance on anything has always been do your thing, just don't oppress me with your shit, right? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But you don't have to force me to be a part of it. That's okay. But what I'm saying here is, if you were a guy and Lilly Phillips approached you, what would you do? Would you date her? And I'm pretty sure that answer is going to be no. Why? Because you, at the very back of your mind, knows that, okay, even when I step into her like presence, I'm going to feel the weight of all that on her. Even if she washed it off. I know that sounds ridiculous. It's probably a little stupid to you. But listen, us guys are just wired like that. Once someone else touches you, we don't want you. And I don't even mean to make that sound like you're a possession. Not at all. All I'm saying is once somebody engages with you in that way, and it's in a way that's not, I don't want to sound like I'm holy or anything. Case in point, if you're gonna have 100 people running up in you, how the fuck could you possibly expect a guy, a decent guy, a stand-up dude to take you serious? I'm not chastising her, not shaming her or anything. I don't believe in bringing back shame. I believe in logic and making actual choices. And sometimes you gotta reflect. Listen, we're all human. We all make mistakes. Not mistakes like that, but we all make mistakes. And it's just up to us as individuals to own up to them and move forward. But I think the people that are blaming the guys for doing this and accusing them of what they're accusing them of is absolutely off base. You're entirely incorrect, and I don't think that should be the case. Why should these men be blamed for doing something like that? If anything, I blame the guys for doing it, for just being around. Like, how down bad can you be? Can you imagine being guy number 99 or fucking 100? Shit, even if you were guy number 5, you'd probably be disgusted. Well, then again, I assume if you're there, you probably won't be disgusted. That's probably your kink anyway. Lilly Phillips' story is a cautionary tale of what happens when you don't have people in your corner that have your best interest and take the idea of personal agency way too far. Way too far. There's no need to try and prove your personal agency by sleeping with as many people as possible. It doesn't make sense. It puts you at risk, and at the end of the day, it makes you feel even more vapid. Listen, the reality of casual intercourse or one-night stands or hookups, however you want to classify it, is if you do it long enough and you do it enough times, you're gonna feel empty on the inside. I don't care what anyone says. For guys, it might be a little bit different, but even when I was in my 304 days, at the end of some of these nights, I'd feel like a piece of shit. I can't tell you how many times women have seen me as a fetish as opposed to an actual human being. And to be honest, it's quite dehumanizing. So while I do have empathy for her position and what she's... Did I say position? While I do have empathy for her situation and what she's been through, I have no sympathy whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, we all have, no pun intended, the personal agency to make better decisions. And this one, in my personal opinion, was not a good decision whatsoever. If anything, I would like to interview Lilly just to get an idea as to what she was thinking, why she decided to do this, and what she wants to do going forward. But I ain't got the money for that. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. This story is quite the doozy, to be quite honest. I mean, listen, you get a train ran on you by 100 dudes, you're eating nothing but Nutella sandwiches. I can only imagine what that's gonna do to your mental health. Moral of the story, ladies, you don't have to smash 100 guys in 24 hours in order to figure out who you are. A lot of that just takes some self-reflection and a true understanding of why you do the things that you do. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, I'm not gonna fucking ask you again, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 10K and I want you to be a part of the community. Let me know if you think I should make a Discord group as well. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Check out some of the links in the description. Make sure you share this video with a homie and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.